Hey, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And I am using the Modern Love Tarot by Ethony for this week's reading. And I want to let you know about a free tarot workshop that I'm going to be teaching on Friday. I believe it's the 27th at noon Pacific time. I'm going to put the link to sign up just below this video, but this is a workshop. It's called Calling in 2023 with Tarot. And it's kind of like a tarot journaling gathering. We're going to hang out on Zoom for an hour, hour and a half, and together we're going to dream and plan the year ahead using tarot. So I'm going to show you how I use tarot cards to set goals, to plan ahead, and how to get kind of wisdom and ideas for the year ahead. It's going to be really, really fun. I can't wait to share it with you, and it's free, and I'll put the link on how you can sign up just below this video. So I hope to see you there. Okay, so let's get started. So let's start with the first card. This card is for the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. And my intention with this reading, as always, is to get an overview of the week ahead and the kinds of energies and opportunities that are coming our way. So Six of Swords for the beginning of the week. Now, Six of Swords is a card of movement and change and transition. The girl in this card is riding off into the sunset. She has her backpack in the back of her boat, and she's on a journey, and she's going to new lands, to hopefully greener pastures. And the Six of Swords is a message of moving on and creating change this week. Creating change. A change, I don't know if you've heard that saying, a change is as good as a rest. And I feel like it kind of applies here. So the beginning of the week is a good time to move on from something and challenge yourself to create change, to shake up your usual routine at the beginning of the week. This could be changing up your schedule, changing up a habit that you normally have. If you normally walk the same route, trying a different route. If you normally go to the same places, trying something new. Just really shaking up your usual routine and creating kind of a new environment is going to be really helpful for us this week. Also, what are you ready to move on from? What areas of your life are you ready to change and shift? And considering those questions as you enter this week. Let's look at the middle of the week. So Wednesday, Thursday, we have Two of Swords, another Swords card. And this card's interesting. These two people with their backs to each other, looking at their phones. Oh, goodness. Okay, so Two of Swords can often be about feeling kind of conflicted, feeling like you need to make a choice, make a decision. And sometimes, and what I get with this card, is it's almost an inability to make a decision, and instead you just want to kind of distract yourself. Instead of moving on and making a choice and shutting the door on one thing and choosing another path, you just feel like you can't make the decision right now. So you stay in this place of like not moving anywhere and it's kind of like a stagnant place and just distracting yourself instead. So what does this card mean for us this week? The Two of Swords is telling you that staying in this place of indecision doesn't do you any favors. And sometimes you don't have enough information to make an informed choice and move forward. So you may need to go inward and rely more on your intuition. But this card asks you, what decisions are you struggling with right now? And sometimes not making a choice, not making a move, can be the worst thing. So you usually have, if you're trying to make a decision, usually there's at least 3 choices. It's like, I either choose this thing, or I don't make a decision at all and I just wait. And sometimes that's the smart thing to do. And other times that's not the smart thing to do. It's more destructive to just sit on something and not choose. So 2 of Swords is asking you, what are you struggling with any decisions this week? And when you go inward and consult your intuition, what does your intuition have to say about this? Let's look at the last card. Card number 3 is for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so end of the week. Ooh, 4 of Swords. So we have all swords. This is so weird. All swords this week. 4 of Swords is about taking a rest, getting a little bit of R&R. If you've been really stressing your mind lately, trying to figure things out and make sense of things, your mind might need a little bit of a break. It might need a little bit of a rest. And so the weekend is a good time for this. So how can you let your mind rest? What do you find rejuvenating and restful? How can you make that a priority this weekend? It could be meditation. It could be spending time alone, going out in nature, doing something that just feels super relaxing. Like I find sketching and drawing to be really relaxing, or painting. Or maybe for you, it's like listening to music. But what can you do? How can you create like a little mini relaxation retreat for yourself this weekend? Even if it's not a whole day, but just like a few hours or a couple hours. I think it's important to have a little bit of a break at the end of the week. Okay, let's look at all of these cards together. So we start the week off with movement and change and transition. And then midweek, it's like there's some kind of, it's like we stop dead in our tracks. There's some kind of decision that we might need to make. And usually when you have to make a decision, often there's something that you need to let go of or walk away from. And that can be tricky. But really trying to avoid indecisiveness this week. It's okay to be indecisive for a little bit, but you don't want to camp out in that zone. You don't want to like stay there. And notice if you are trying to distract yourself this week from focusing on what's actually important. Because there's this real feeling of distraction with this card. Like these 2 people are just kind of looking at their phones and they're distracting themselves. So how are you distracting yourself this week? Paying attention to that. And then I love the 4 of Swords. I love the message with the 4 of Swords. Like, you need to chill out and do nothing sometimes. The 4 of Swords is a card of inactivity and just not, what's the word? It's about being rather than doing, the 4 of Swords. It's about pausing and just being rather than doing. And you might feel like you're doing all week. And if that's the case, you want to balance that out with being. And if you feel like you're thinking this week, give your mind a break on the weekend. Give your mind a chance to recoup and recover so that it's not always working on overtime. Okay, so as always, I invite you to share your own thoughts and observations on these cards. Is there something that stands out to you that you want to mention? Is there a particular card that really speaks to you? I think it's interesting that there's water in all these cards, because I don't really associate swords with water. I think that's more of a cups thing, but we've got lots of water here. She's in a swimming pool. There's even like water on the bedspread at the bottom there. So I think that's kind of cool. So please feel free to share your own insights in the comments section and check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got tons of free learning resources on there for you to check out. And don't forget to sign up for my free tarot journaling workshop. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be really casual. We're just going to hang out together. We're going to journal together and talk about tarot. So I'll put all the important links below this video, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And thank you so much for watching.